So in the last part, I tried to create a UPC data class. So we can use a UPC data class, or we can go directly using data table and upload the file. So first we're gonna do the direct importing of the data, like how we can upload a file directly without having a proper entity class and properties. So let's try adding a form first, and based on, let's do simple HTML here, like suppose upload form. Just created a heading now, so let's do form action. So when you do action means where this file going to be sent. So you're gonna do url dot action, and in there you need to create the method name where it's going to be, right? Upload, then next the controller name. So you know, write something within the controller, sorry, within the index, our index, home index. So then next thing is, whenever you're doing a file or anything to be posted to the server, you need to use method post. You cannot use get, put, anything like that. Then let's do the type of the file that you are sending, because if the file is not simple like text or JSON, you need to define like it's a multi-part form data, meaning it can handle the files or video uploading and all those things. So this is the form is ready means like whatever button is going to be there, it's going to send that data to the server. So let's do a level for file. We're gonna do Excel upload, just a text, nothing serious here. So let's do input type class, do file. We're gonna do file and do name also, because I just use files. I'm going to type file, nothing else. Like next I can do input type submit. Submit is going to submit the file directly to the our url dot action. Let's do upload. Okay, I can do like, if you want to add a validation of Chrome and Edge, it's going to work not in IE. So this is the required field over there. So let's run it. Let's see how things are working for now. Then we're gonna write the backend. Okay, so you see this is ready now. I can do select something, do upload. It's going to give an error because we don't have that home slash upload is ready right now. If you look into, you see, I can see error. So I'm going back to the coding board. I'm going to open that controller, home controller. I'm going to stopping the solution. Okay, so now let's do something. Let's do HTTP post, because we just defined post over there. I'm going to write next things, right? Public action result. Okay, then I can, because this is the name of upload, let's do HTTP posted file. HTTP posted file, give it a name file, and then I'll start curly braces. So now upload is ready. I can just do a quick thing here, return redirect to action, and I can put here index. Next we can check like if file not equals to null. and file dot content length is greater than 0. If this is true, then you're gonna read that file. Okay. Also, you can use path. If it's not available, you can use namespace system.io. That's part of that. So we're gonna try using app data, because server dot map path is, it's going to be easily accessible and it's within the project. So I can drop it here. If you're using anything else like other location, you may need permission with the Windows and IIS as well. So get file name from file name. Okay, so I just combined both things now here. File dot save as file path that we just created. Okay, so next thing is like creating a data table. So uh, at this place we got our file to this location, right? This app data going to handle this. Now I'm going to do data table dt equals to, let's create a method excel to data table, and we're gonna send the file path here, local file path. Let's create, I'm going just like different way. You can create this method and then call, but I've created directly the method here. You can choose whatever method you like. So let's, so we have a file. Now we need to read that file and take that data into data table. That's what I'm going to do here. So suppose where data table equals to new. So I can explain it here. It's I know like most of the people gets confused with this C sharp library. So whenever you are creating a variable, it's by default, if you suppose you take in like the table, it's going to be null. That's no this object, this variable doesn't going to have any kind of things, like it's not in perfect type, it doesn't have the correct data structure or anything like that. So whenever you define this only, it's going to be null. So you should create a type, like when you do new data type means you are giving a empty data structure to this variable. So this variable going to understand like what type of a structure of data this variable going to hold itself. So this is always because whenever you're doing the object and class, you always create a class of object, sorry, object of a class, to create that class alive in a zero stage kind of thing, where everything is empty but it's not null, means everything is defined without a value. So that's why we do this. So let's do um, the the workbook. This is new variable I'm creating for uh, Excel workbook. So actually maybe you have to import that namespace. I already did over here, you see closed XML in the beginning, so I don't have to do that. I am just using that directly file path and I can consume it, this information right now. So now what I did, I converted the file path directly in a Excel means I have that information right now within a workbook variable. Now I can go and find the worksheet, like we can use like a first worksheet of the workbook. So workbook that I just created, I can find that worksheet using that method, and then I can pass the index. So this is not an index, actually this is like 1 2 3 4. Suppose this is your first seat, so you can use first. If it's second seat, then you can use 2 3, something like that. It's going to be super easy. So then do the range, like where the files or rows or columns being modified within that file. So just I can you can